All right, drone video for an awesome tract of owner-financed acreage here, directly bordering the Mark Twain National Forest in Dent County, Missouri. This is tract 1 at the Merrimack project. You can check out all the details, you can check availability, all that on the website at InstantAcres.com. Now we're looking south, that's the county road. Land sits on the right, on the west side of the county road, and we're about to do a full flyover here. So InstantAcres.com. You'll want to look for the Merrimack project, which will likely be under the Outcast Land section on the website. Okay, so looking westerly, and again, we're parked on the county road at the east side of the property, panning to the north there. It was funny, the first time we watched this drone video, we were surprised to see that little cabin or whatnot, because we really didn't notice that even coming and going from the property. The one further up on the other side of the road, we had noticed that, but the one that you see there on the right, I guess just because of the trees or the way it's set back, we didn't even realize they were there. So you do have some neighbors in the area, which is good, but they're not right on top of you, which is great. So now we're looking westerly. So the meadow you see on the right, that is not part of the property. That's going to border the north side of the property. So as we're looking due west, red truck is parked at the road frontage. If you look to the meadow, the property sits just to the left side of that meadow or pasture or whatnot. Look at that open area tucked within the trees there. That could potentially be a decent spot to park or camp. But this property goes way back to the west. I mean, you can have maximum privacy on a tract like this. It does have direct frontage. It's got about 40 feet of frontage on that county road, but that is actual frontage. That gives you enough room to put in a nice wide driveway and head back to the west on the property. It gets wider as you go back, and its widest point is essentially the west side where it does border the Mark Twain National Forest. So as we slowly fly westerly, we are basically directly over the property. So a lot of the open areas you see off to the right, that's going to be in the neighboring property. The big bonus about this particular tract is you can see where that meadow kind of hits the tree line, and there's a fence line there, and that's going to be the north side of the property. Whoops, we'll crash here in the office. So that makes it really well defined on that north side. Pretty awesome property to get out and explore and see that national forest and all that good stuff as well. The deer and the turkey out here are fantastic, which is great. And there we go. Had a little animal in the office and we had to let her outside there. Sorry about the interruption. Oh, what happened here? We got to the west side. We're looking at the Mark Twain National Forest. We missed the good part, but at least you saw the drone video. Thousands of acres of national forest that directly border this property. That's a power line you see right there. I mean, there are some crazy bonuses with this property, and one of them is that power line. I mean, it is just a few feet from the west side of the property. So great to have a property with direct county road frontage. 5 times as great to have a property that borders the national forest. To have both of those in one tract is practically unheard of. And then to have power just a few feet from the property is fantastic as well. So now we're looking back to the east. We're actually, the drone itself is probably just over the national forest. If we look down, we'd be looking at the national forest. So we're looking easterly. Okay, now we're backing up again to kind of get a view there. This is a heavily wooded property if you haven't noticed. And you can check out the MapRight interactive map on the listing page. You can zoom in and out. Likely mostly hardwood trees on this tract, but you do have some large pine trees as well that we saw, possibly some cedar. Okay, so we were over the national forest. We're crossing over that power line, and then almost immediately we're going to be over the property. There, we kind of got our bearings. Okay, so now we're facing east over the property, looking due east all the way back toward the county road, which is way off in the distance. So to have a tract, in this area with that kind of national forest frontage is awesome. The map I'm looking at shows it goes back from the county road about 2,000 feet. So over a quarter mile, not that far off from half a mile really, means you can have just about the most private hunting camp in history and still be able to get to it because you've got that county road frontage and still be able to access thousands of acres of public land. So really, really a nice setup, not only for hunting and recreation, but potentially for a home or for a cabin or just a vacation spot. Come out here with your family and your kids, and they can just roam that national forest. I mean, thousands and thousands of acres. There's rivers and creeks and trails and it's the Ozarks. It's gorgeous, and you've got caves, and you've got berry picking and it's just awesome to be able to have that kind of access to the national forest. So as we fly back easterly, it looked like with the drone we were kind of looking for some natural openings. We saw that one toward the east side, but you get a lot of space here. So this particular property, a couple of the guys, 2 or 3 of the guys from the office had used it for hunting. So we didn't put it on the market right away. The other tracts out here basically sold immediately. Very small private rural development. I don't know why we're rushing here. I bet our battery's low on the drone. We're missing all the nice big pine trees, which is unfortunate. Look at those tall pine trees. But some of the guys from the office wanted this tract in particular just because of how it laid. The tree cover, they had seen quite a bit of deer sign out here already. And so we just hung on to this one and let them kind of scout it out and hunt it a little bit during deer season and turkey season. And they loved it. They saw all kinds of deer out here, and turkey as well, and they did get a super nice buck during deer season from what we were told. Okay, so now we're looking north again, back at the east side of the property. So we're out of video here, so check out the website for availability, and for the details, and we definitely hope to hear from you.